Welcome back, everyone, to Football Focus SG podcast with myself, Faiz, and Mr. JB. Mr. JB, how are you doing today?
All good. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, are you okay and happy doing tier lists, tier makers?
Yeah. I mean, tier makers are pretty fun. Although
Yeah.
I do feel that I have to squeeze my brain juice a little bit more. There's always
But
that two-sided one. Yeah.
yeah, so for the viewers who are watching and listeners at home, if you happen to listen, today we are doing a tier list maker for the EPL teams and judging their transfer window. And these are the five categories that we have put up. Amazing window, basically like a top tier, 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 kind. Great window, which is more like a 7 and an 8, not that A, but a B grade a bit. Good window will be like a 5 or 6, around there. Just decent, good, around there. And then average, which is like about 3 or 4, maybe to 5 at best, but just average, depending on the team and all that, and the signings or the sellings. And lastly, we have bad window, which is, of course, like completely, I think the worst, like 1 or 2 or maybe 0. So, Mr. JB, are you ready to crack on? This is like very simple to do.
Yeah.
All
Let's
right.
do this.
So we'll go through turn by turn, back and forth to have our say and go. But starting is Arsenal, so of course, I have to go first for this, if you don't mind, Mr.
hmm
JB.
Sure. Yes,
I'm gonna go
please.
with amazing. I mean, this has to be an amazing window and has to work for Arteta. I mean, okay, let's talk about the outs first, real quick. Okay, letting go Jorginho, Tierney, Nuno Tavares, Tomiyasu, Lokonga, Fabio Vieira, Kiwior, Zinchenko, Riz Nelson, Thomas Partey, and all that. But our signings in is what excites everyone. Like, Noni Madueke, which is at first everyone was judging, but now people can see what he's all about. He's actually really decent. An underrated signing, Christian Mosquera, who is a defender that we signed, which we thought like, he's just a backup. But as everyone saw, after Saliba got injured, he got in and things remain like how he was like when Saliba was around. Like, my God, he's amazing. And then, of course, Martin Zubimendi, which I think is one of the signing of the Arsenal window for me, my personal thought. And then Christian Norgard, of course, our backup. And then we have two major signings of Victor Gyökeres and Eberechi Eze, both around 60 plus million. Solid signing. Hincapié on loan, last minute signing addition as well as a defender, which I think is a solid addition again. Yeah, like I don't know how else am I supposed to add. This is like, a very good window, a very amazing window. But Mr. JB, your thoughts?
Yeah, and I do feel that you forget to mention we also got Kepa as well coming in.
Oh yeah, I got we got Kepa as well. My bad. We got
Yeah,
Kepa as a backup keeper, which he looks pretty good actually in the
yeah,
preseason.
yeah.
However, David Raya is still gonna be the main guy for the time being.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I have to agree with you. I mean, looking at the money that they spent, I think it's almost like only going to be a great window for me at first.
Yeah,
But I think the one that kind of seals the deal is probably the signing of Eberechi Eze. I
yeah.
think he is the difference. I think he's the missing key. So yeah, the moment Arsenal manager let him, yeah, I have to agree. It's a pretty amazing window.
Yeah, I
And
think
yep,
I think Arsenal spent about over 200 million, but they signed like 8 to 9 players. You know, so
yeah,
in
it's
average, if you
yeah,
average it out, it ain't as expensive as what people thought. Which we're gonna talk at the moment with somebody having 150 million for one. So
mhm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
so
but I think overall, yeah, I have to agree. But yeah, I mean, being an amazing window, the pressure's up. So
yeah,
yeah,
no,
we'll
it's
see.
all on Arteta. Like, I mean, if you guys want to see what me and Mr. JB have mentioned, go and check it out. We have shared our thoughts about, how both our respective club of our favorites, Man United and Arsenal, how we wanted to see from them in the season, so you guys can go and check that out. Next up, Mr. JB, you're gonna take this one because we're doing turn by turn. Aston Villa. Let's go through a bit of the in and out while you try and think and decide. For the
Mhm.
listeners at home as well, I'll only mention the key name players. All right. So the outs that Aston Villa had was Jacob Ramsey selling to Newcastle, which is surprising. Coutinho, surprisingly, his contract to Aston
Wow,
Villa was there, but he's
Coutinho.
finally out. He's finally out.
Yeah.
Leon Bailey on loan to Roma. Yeah, Alex Moreno sell as well. And couple of like sporadic players. And the ins, they signed like Marco Bizzo, which is quite a controversial name because Unai Emery decided to say his name over and over in the interview because of Emiliano Martinez, who did not leave, by the way. Uh, also got Evan Guesson, the one of the striker, signed Lindelof for free, Jadon Sancho on loan, Javi Elliott on loan. Yeah, so where do you put
Uh,
Aston Villa?
if you ask me, it's average. I'm sorry to
Average.
say it's
Okay.
average. Yeah, yeah, it's average. I mean, the fact that uh, they can only get two loans with Sancho and Javi Elliott, although both are pretty okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially Javi Elliott, I think he's a pretty good player. I'm surprised
Yeah.
Liverpool kind of let him go on loan.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think the permanent signing, are a little lukewarm, I would say. Um, Not many big names possibly coming in.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, it doesn't look so good uh,
Yeah.
for Villa. Yeah, but that's my thought. What
I
about you?
think I think I
Mm,
can agree with you. I think, with
yeah,
the whole debacle with the Andy Martinez, that they wanted to
yeah.
sell, but they didn't. And then
Mm-hmm.
I think because his demands or wages demand is too high. So, Aston Villa cannot offload him. And, like surprising because like we have Manchester United and Chelsea have both of them have the same issue with his goalkeeper, and yet nobody pick him up. So, I think that's like Aston Villa's loss to cash in on him. And at the same time, yeah, the ins, like what you say, wasn't as inspiring as what they had in the previous seasons. Like they were signing Coutinho, which is exciting at one point. They were having like solid players, like they were loaning Rashford last season, right, from you guys. They loaned Marco Asensio from Real Madrid, which is pretty good. But this
Yep.
one, Jadon Sancho and Javi Elliott, we know that they're just going to be sporadic. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not that inspiring, but I agree with you there. So next up, we have Bournemouth. So again, for the listeners and viewers, I'll mention a few names. Bournemouth out is much more exciting than in, I'll tell you that, because yeah, their players out has been ripped apart. With Zabani going to PSG, Milos Kerkez to Liverpool, Dean Huijsen to Real Madrid. That alone. Yeah, he's mad. Dango Watara to Brentford. Luis Sinisterra out as well. And the ins, this is one of those where like it kind of depends on who is interested in the in. If you're a football manager geek, a bit like me, football manager geek, I see some of these players, I'm like, you know what? This is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But for in general, on paper, because this is not
Mm-hmm.
proven players yet in Premier League, this has been uninspiring as well. So,
Yeah.
they signed like Petrovic, goalkeeper from Chelsea. They signed Trufer. They signed Ben Doak from Liverpool, Amin Natli from Bayer Leverkusen, and Diakite, Alex Jimenez. Yeah, so despite them doing well, the transfer isn't as inspiring. But I am gonna put above Aston Villa at least. Average window, but better than Aston Villa, I feel. Or could pushing for good, but I'm not sure. What do you think, Mr. JB?
Mm, yeah, I would agree. I think it's either on a very, very high average
Yeah.
or a pretty low good window. So
Yeah,
yeah,
because
but I
I
think for
feel
now,
I feel like with the money
yeah.
they got from the three defenders alone, by the way, cost almost 150 million for these three players. And the signings they make, again, is one of those smart signings, again, for football managers like me that love, like, it's smart signing, but is this what the route they should go for? Or should you cash in on like actual strong player that's gonna keep you in the league? So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's a mix of a good and average there. But do we agree with this, Mr. JB?
Yeah. I think for now, I think it's good. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if any point of time we can kind of change this around. All right. So,
Yep.
Mr. JB, you're gonna decide this one is Brentford. So let's go to
Mm-hmm.
the out. We have, of course, the largest selling for Brentford history is Brian Mbeumo to Manchester United, 71 million. Selling their
Mm-hmm.
captain Christian Noga to Arsenal. And a deadline day selling of Johan Wissa to Newcastle.
Mm-hmm.
And the ins also has been interesting. They signed a goalkeeper, Kim In Kelleher from Liverpool. They signed Coyote from Fiorentina. Jordan Henderson comes back to EPL and he joins Brentford for free. Dengo
Oh
Wata,
wow, I didn't know that. I
yeah,
didn't know. I didn't know Jordan Anderson is back. That's pretty
no,
surprising.
he's been playing for Brentford, bro, for like
Okay,
5 games so far. But yeah,
all right.
Dengo Atara, like what we mentioned with Bournemouth earlier, Brentford signed them, and a loan from Arsenal, Reece Nelson. So where do you put Brentford?
Ah, wow. I mean, the fact that they lose out on almost all of their key players last season,
Yeah,
it doesn't look so good. And then with the one coming in, I would say,
I would say this is
no,
pretty close to be a first bet window, but
yeah, yeah. But I
uh,
think for now, I think I'll still put them as the probably the last of the average window.
okay.
But then again, you know what? Mm, Let's drop them. Let's drop them. Let's put it at a bad window. That's what
All
I feel.
right. All
I
right.
mean,
I
with the
mean, look,
amount of money
nothing
they
against,
got,
yeah, nothing
yeah,
against
but
like Jordan Henderson and all these players that joined them.
yeah, come
But
on.
you sell a lot of players, key players, like what you said, and
Mhm,
the signings again, kind of like Bournemouth situation, could have been more
mhm,
inspired. And the signing not as smart as Bournemouth, I would say, because this one they signed Dango Ouattara for 40 million. No idea
mhm.
why, but 40 million's a bit too much. And then, getting Henderson for free is all right. Reece Nelson on loan, all right. And then that's it, another goalkeeper, Keenan Kelleher, that's it. So yeah, I can agree with this bad window for now, you know? All right. Next up is Brighton. I'll be taking the Brighton this time. So out, Evan Ferguson out on loan, Simon Adingra to Sunderland, João Pedro, the main selling of Brighton was João Pedro to Chelsea, Estupiñán to AC Milan. They got a lot of outs. My God, Tariq Lamptey is out as well. Julio Enciso is out as well. Yeah, and the ins, not a lot. They only have the Kuiper, one of their major signings. They have Boscagli, Coppola, and again, it's one of those signings where like football manager kind of players that people would know if you play football manager. But again, not inspiring. I'm gonna put it a bad window really for Brighton. What did you make of it?
Yeah, yeah, I must say. I mean, looking at the ins, it's definitely not the best. The outs are pretty key players.
Oh, their main signing is a Costulas. I forgot to mention it because it's like 31 million for him. But
Mm,
but yeah,
yeah,
um the selling is way more than your ins, like your Joe
correct, correct.
Pedros, your Lamptey and Ciso, Valentin Barco
Yeah.
as well, Evan Ferguson and Dingra. Yeah, I feel like Brighton is like flushing out a lot of players suddenly, and
Mhm.
their ins, we're not sure, but just the window alone does not look that promising.
Yeah, it's not, and I don't think it's enough. So, yeah, I mean, I agree with you on this one.
All right, so next up, Burnley. You're gonna take this, Burnley. So
Uh,
they're out. Their main selling out is James Trafford to Manchester City, which is their goalkeeper. And the rest has been, well, a little bit of a championship players here and there that they sold. Surprisingly, if you want to know, John Joe Shelby was in Burnley, by the way, and he got released. So
oh man, oh man.
and so does Nathan Reitman, by the way. So these are like classic
Ah,
for people to know. And yeah,
yeah.
the ins has been very interesting. They got Martin
Mm-hmm,
Dubravka, they got
mm-hmm,
Armando Broja from Chelsea, Jacob
mm-hmm.
Brun Larsen, Marcus Edward from Sporting CP, Axel
Yeah,
Tuanzebe, and yeah, that's pretty much it. The rest has I'm not gonna mention everyone because it's too many. It's gonna be way too long. But key
yeah.
players.
I think they also got Kyle Walker, right?
Oh yes, Kyle Walker. Forgot to mention
Yeah.
Kyle
So,
Walker.
well, yeah. I mean, the fact that they got Dubravka, Broja, Walker, I think it's pretty average for a newly promoted team. Yeah, I'll put them at the high average. I
Yeah,
think
high end
it
of
ain't so
average.
bad.
I can agree with that. That is,
Yeah.
I mean, the players are mostly as average, but only a few like Kyle Walker, Tuanzebe, Marcus Edward, Dubravka. Yeah, those are pretty decent players, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm okay with the high end average or low end of good, but I think we can stick them there for now. All right, next up. Ooh, got one of the big teams again now. Chelsea. Now their
Mm-hmm.
outs are ridiculous. I'm not gonna mention
Oh
every
man,
one of it, but again, key players.
man.
Nkunku has left. Nicholas Jackson went out on loan. Ben
Mm-hmm.
Chilwell is gone. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Keenan Dewsbury Hall is gone. Kepa is gone. Petrovic is gone. And the Inns, interesting one. The most expensive signing that they made, of course, was João Pedro, followed by Jamie Gittens, Byron Gittens from Dortmund.
Mm-hmm.
Liam Delap, they signed as well. Esteval from Palmeiras. And of course, very controversial Garnacho signing from
Mm-hmm.
Manchester United.
Yeah.
Since I have a say in this, to be fair,
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea is always pretty crazy. Oh yeah, their outs also is Noni Madueke, forgot to mention, but we mentioning
Yep.
this.
Yep. And also
Um,
Yao Felix. Yao Felix.
and João Felix, oh my God, their outs are ridiculous. Yeah, they did get rid of a lot of dead weights. The ins are interesting, but not great if you ask me.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to just say good for now because they did let go of all the dead weights, and
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say the signings are smart. I would say the two signings are smart would be João Pedro and Esteval. I think this two has been pretty decent so far.
Yeah.
Uh, Liam Delap, well, it's too early to say. He got injured already, which the
Mm-hmm.
whole debacle of Nicholas Jackson to come back, but he didn't.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Jamie Byron Gittens still need time to prove himself, so it's hard to say. And Garnacho, we have yet to see him play in Chelsea shirt, so yet to say. So I think it's good, average to good, maybe. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I have to agree with you. I mean, they get rid of, yeah, most of the players that they don't want, but the ins, I don't know.
No, they're
Not,
inspiring. Yeah.
yeah, not great. I mean, yeah, they obviously they're looking at firepower,
Hmm.
creativity. That's why they got Pedro, Delap, and also Esteval,
Yeah.
as you mentioned there, and also Ganacho. But then again, I don't know. I mean, the fact that the main dead weights are still there, like what's his name? That one.
Like, who is it? Who are you calling
Man,
David right now?
I'm sorry. There's not a player that went on loan to Arsenal, but now went back to Chelsea. Oh, Raheem Sterling,
Oh,
right?
Raheem Sterling. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, you
yeah,
know.
like they cannot sell Disasi and
Exactly. Yeah, Disasi and Raheem Sterling. So uh, I wouldn't say it's a pretty. I wouldn't say it's a good window on that part because if I'm not wrong, Raheem Sterling is still pulling in like 300K and yet he's still
yeah.
at the club.
He ain't that
So
great actually. He ain't that great now. Now that you
yeah.
mention, I
So
forgot about Raheem.
exactly.
So you know
Yeah.
what?
So I think
I'll
he's
put
above average.
Burnley
Yeah.
ahead of Chelsea then.
Yep. Yeah. 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 For sure.
All right, Mr. JB, you're gonna take this next. Crystal Palace. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
one of their main outs is Eberechi Eze to Arsenal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the other players are like Jeffrey Schlupp is out, Matthias Franca is out, Odson Edouard is out. And
Mm-hmm.
the ins are, again, uninspiring a bit. They signed a goalkeeper, Walter Benitez, second choice, I believe. They signed Jeremy Pino, which is one of their main signing, which, to be honest, I quite like that guy. He's pretty good, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Uche from Getafe and Kenford. That's it. So, where do you put Crystal Palace?
Uh, yeah, man. I mean, I'm a little bit lost for this one, but I think I'm gonna go for. I don't know. I think that's probably I mean, the fact that they lose their key player, Everett Chiesi, but
Yeah.
the fact that they can still manage to keep Mark Gahey, right, the main
Oh,
dude.
yeah. I think
All
that's
right,
probably a main
come
talking
on.
point. Actually,
Yeah, the fact that
I don't
yeah,
know what happened with Maggie. How did the transfer collapse, though?
because I'm not sure how true this is because there are crazy sources everywhere. But what I read was the most interesting one for me was that I think the manager said that if you were to get rid of my captain, Mark Gahey,
Hmm.
I'm not sure if he's the captain. Is he?
Yeah, he's the captain of Crystal
Yeah,
Palace.
yeah. Yeah, so if I'm not wrong, the manager said that if you were to get rid of Mark Gahey, I think the manager want to walk away.
Oh, yeah, yeah, he did mention it. I think he did
Yeah,
mention it.
so
So I think the
so
owner
because
did whatever they can to keep Maggie
yeah,
and probably give
exactly.
him all the money probably in the world.
Yeah, so poor little Mark Gahey, if I'm not wrong, he actually did a farewell video of that
Yeah, he
already.
did already.
Fellas, say goodbye. All the crocodile tears,
Yeah,
whatever tears, all that. Only to find out that nope, you're
yeah.
staying in. So
Although
yeah,
you
but the
know
fact,
what, you know what,
yeah,
respect to Maggie. He's very
respect.
professional. He never throw
Exactly.
tantrum. Not
Exactly.
once that he make a big fuss about his transfers. He's such a a respectable player, really. Like,
Exactly. These are
mad
the kind of
respect.
players. Exactly. These are the kind of players that, honor the contract, right? As long as
Yeah,
I'm tied to a particular contract to a club,
yeah,
that's where I'm playing,
yeah.
right? So that's I say kudos to him. Because of that, I would say Crystal Palace have a good window for keeping Maguire.
Wow, you know what? I mean, yeah, if they were to lose both Eze and Gehi in the same window, that's a horrible.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably bad. The fact that they did try to kind of hold Eberechi pretty long from Spurs, which I kind of know that it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
But I think the moment Arsenal came in, I think the offer is too good for Palace to reject that one. So I kind of pity Palace on that. But I can understand why
yeah.
Eberechi wants to go. So yeah,
All
yeah,
right, all right. So that's a
yep. But do
very.
you agree on that? Yeah, I think I like it.
At first, I wanted to say average, but the keeping of Gehi is definitely a much more because
Yeah,
retaining certain
I'm
players is so important.
Exactly. So if you manage to keep at least one of your star players
Yeah,
and get rid of one, I think that's pretty good, especially for a club like Palace and all that, where you're trapped with the PSR, financial fair play, whatever nonsense.
yeah,
Uh, yeah. So it's really hard for these teams to keep their best players. So if you can get to keep them, I think it's pretty good.
yeah, yeah. All right. I think yeah, I can definitely agree with that. So I can put Crystal Palace in good, if not really at best highest of average, but still I think it's a good window that they get to keep it. And I
Hmm.
just changed Chelsea above Burnley because
Okay. All right.
Chelsea
That's fair.
I think Chelsea does have do keep some important players as well. So I
Hmm.
think come to think of it, they get rid of a lot of dead weights, but yeah, I mean it's still average either way. So next up, Everton. My turn to try and talk this first. Their outs are Neil Maupay is out, Mason Holgate is out, Ashley Young out, Calvert-Lewin out,
Hmm.
Dokore out, and all that. So the ins, interesting ins, I would say. They have Alcaraz is signed, Tierno Barry, Mark Travers from Bournemouth, Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. Um, and of course, the big talking point is a loan from Jack Grealish, who, well, this is, as of recording, has been about 4 or 5 games, so we do get to see a bit. And Jack Grealish has been paying it off for them a bit. I might say this is actually a good window for them, because close to average, but again, more promising than what it was last time, and more promising than the outs. So, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Moyes managed to keep what I mean to firstly to let go of players is not as easy as we
Yeah,
just mentioned about Chelsea and all
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yep. But if you can get rid of them, that's already good. And of course, at the same time, coming in, there's only so much you can do. But the fact that they managed to pull in Grealish on loan, and the fact that he's performing, although yes, it's early days, but he's still performing. I think it's great. Yeah, looking at it. So yeah, I agree. A good window would be all right for Everton.
yeah. All right, moving on. Fulham. Now they're out. Andreas Pereira out. Carlos Vinicius out. Willian also released out. And the rest are not so well known. Then there are ins, which, by the way, I think I should mention. Fulham only signed all of their players close to deadline day, I believe. I believe it was only 2 weeks before this before the transfer ends. So basically, from June, July, all the way till mid-September, they did not sign anybody. But they do sign somebody eventually. They signed Lecomte from Montpellier, Kevin from Shakhtar, and Samuel Chukwueze on loan. It is, I think, because they retain a lot and let go of some unused players, but it is still an average window, isn't it? It's very uninspiring, isn't it?
Yeah. I wanted to say it's actually like either on the lower end of average or on the high end of bad.
Now, what do you think? I mean, if you want to put bad window, I mean, it could be bad, really.
Yeah. But I think for now, I think I'll probably put them at the lowest of average.
Lowest of
I
average.
think. Yeah. I think it's lowest of average. I mean, the fact that they let go of my man Andres Pereira. Uh, yeah. I mean, it doesn't look so good, but. Yeah, I mean, as what you said, a bit rushing, a bit last minute. We don't know
Yeah,
whether there's any planning involved for their ins and outs. So
yeah.
yeah, it's pretty average for now. Yeah.
All right. Now, Mr. JB, you're gonna have a chance for your another promoted teams here, Leeds.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow, Leeds. Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
so the Leeds out is now the one of the main players is like Patrick Bamford is out.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Sam Grimwood, Ramazani, Junior Firpo, and Joshua Guilavogui. And their ins, very interesting. Lucas Nmecha,
Mm-hmm.
Sean Longstaff, Lucas Perry, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, James Justin, and probably one of the underrated signing under the radar to me, which is Noah Okafor to
Mm-hmm.
AC Milan. So what did you make
Yeah.
of Leeds?
Oh, I think it's great. Can't put it out there. It has to be great.
I think it is a first great window really for Leeds coming
Mm.
up from the from
Yeah,
the
yeah, for sure. I mean, for a fact that you are a newly promoted team,
Hmm.
right, and you can get such players, I think it's quite commendable. In terms of the release, yeah, I mean, you gotta let go of some players to bring in some players. So it is what it is. But yeah, but I'm impressed by their signing. Like Biol from Udinese, I think it's pretty decent.
Yeah,
They also got Longstaff as well. I'm quite a fan of Longstaff, and yeah, the surprising one is obviously DCL.
yeah.
Yeah, I would say pretty great. I think for Leeds, and the fact that they're doing pretty well right now, I think yeah, it's probably a testament to that. Yeah, so probably great window.
All right, all
Do
right.
you agree with it, or do you want to
I
drop them
agree.
down the
I,
good?
I agree with the great window. I think, again, getting for them to sign players like from AC Milan and like they sign like very decent players. Like, I mean, okay, Sean Longstaff is kind of there, but Lucas Perry was pretty decent. Kevin Lewin for free, you know what? Why not? And Lucas Nmecha as well. So yeah, sure. I think we can put them as great for now. Next up, Liverpool. Lots of,
Mm-hmm.
isn't it? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
out are Trent Alexander-Arnold to Real Madrid, Luis Diaz to Bayern Munich, Darwin Núñez to Al Hilal, Costa
Mm-hmm.
Tsimikas are on loan, Ben Doak, okay, fine, sure, Kim Kelleher and Gerald Konsa, and then their ins. Oh boy, Milos Kerkez, 40 mil, Florian Woods, over 100 mil, Jeremy Frimpong, 30 to 40 mil, Hugo Ekitike, 80 mil.
Mm-hmm.
Alexander Isak on deadline day 100, almost 150 mil. Now,
Nuts.
I still think this is might be controversial, but I'm still gonna say amazing window. Here's why.
What? Come on.
Here's why. They look at the leg goes. They let go
Mm-hmm.
Nunes, which no offense, hasn't really been firing as what they have expected them to.
Okay.
Trent Alexander-Arnold, he has won everything there, and everyone's still
All
questioning
right.
his defending. So they signed Frimpong, sure, one-to-one cover.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, Luis Diaz, okay, Luis
Mm-hmm.
Diaz, who is the main on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
But the signing in, they have Words or Ekatike on the side.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think it's a pretty decent. And for you to have Isak, I mean, come on, let's face it, it's Isak, right? Whether he's gonna be flop in Liverpool or not, who knows? But let's face it, Isak at Newcastle, everybody wanted to sign him. Everybody puts him on FPL for a reason. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
wants, and Liverpool get him. And to me, is either the highest of great
Yeah, yeah,
or the lowest of amazing. Reason
yeah.
why I say lowest of amazing, because the money they spend. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it's way too much. It's way too much.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to say it's a great window
Yep.
because, like, what else do they need to strengthen, really? Their
Yeah,
defense
yeah.
is still pretty great. Their midfield,
That's true.
solid, solid midfield
Yep.
of Gravenberg, McAllister, and Soboslai. And even you have Gakpo, Cody Gakpo over there, and all that. So, I don't see them really have a bad window. They have to be in the top two.
Yeah,
Lowest
yeah. I
of
mean, I
amazing
mean,
because of, the money wise or high end of grade, but I'm willing to put below Arsenal in the amazing window.
yeah, man. I mean, they have to, right?
Just on paper alone, not the current matches that
Yeah,
they
yeah, for sure, for
are.
sure. Yeah, I mean, I agree. The fact that you are the defending champ
Mm-hmm.
and you can still pull in such players,
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to give credit, right? Uh,
If you
because
mention like
that's
these
what,
signings like Kirkes, Frimpong,
yeah,
Words, Ekitike, and Isak, these five alone would easily walk in any other club right now that we have.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Like even on Arsenal, I would say yes.
Hmm.
Like Isak, if we get Isak, I was wondering either Isak or Gyökeres. I'll take it. Like even words. If we don't get Eze and we get words, I'm happy with it. So the same thing. So he kind of easily walks in. So yeah, you agree?
Yeah. I mean, I agree with it. The fact that you're defending champ and you can still pull in all this to further strengthen your team,
Yeah.
I think it's great. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, put him on the amazing. It's fine. It's all good.
All right. Next up, Mr. JB, you're gonna judge this. Your rivals.
Mm-hmm.
Man City, well, don't worry, I'll let you judge again for Man United first. But
Okay.
Man City, so let's go with the out. We mentioned Jack Grealish out to Everton, Kyle Walker to Burnley, Akanji leaving to Inter Milan on loan was a surprising one to me. Edison leaving to Fenerbahce.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Gundogan is out as well, back to, I believe, a Turkish club, Fenerbahce, I think, or Galatasaray. I think Galatasaray.
Yep.
And
Mm-hmm.
of course, the major selling is KDB, Kevin De Bruyne to Napoli. Then their
Yep.
in is Tijani Reinders from AC Milan, Ryan
Mm-hmm.
Aït-Nouri from Wolves, Ryan Cherki from Lyon, James Trafford, goalkeeper from Burnley, and Donnarumma, another goalkeeper from PSG on deadline. Where do you put Mr. JB?
Okay. To be frank, if they didn't sign Donnarumma, it'll only be a good window. But
Yeah.
because they got Donnarumma, I think I'll put them at the lower end of great window.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with you there.
Yeah.
100% spot on. If they did not get that Donnarumma with that James
Mm-hmm.
Trafford there, does not
Yep.
look convincing a bit. I know we try not to include what they have at the moment, just on
Yep.
paper. But even on paper, it is a downgrade from Edison. No
Mm-hmm.
offense. So yeah,
Yep.
having Donnarumma, that's an actual upgrade right there. So yeah,
Yeah. I
it's a
mean,
great window. I think Tijani Reinders is a very solid signing to replace Gundogan kind of vibe.
mm-hmm.
Of course, no
Yep.
one's gonna replace KDB yet. KDB is a big loss for them, but
Yeah.
it's
For
where,
sure.
they have like Ryan Cherky that's hoping to be the guy to step up over there. So I think, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I agree with a great window. Next up,
Yeah.
Manchester United. Mr. JB, I'll let you take it away for this.
Mm-hmm.
They're out.
Yep. Yep. The
Ericsson
house.
out.
Yeah.
Lindelof
Mm-hmm.
out. Evans
Mm-hmm.
out. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
as mentioned, Garnacho out to
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea. Jadon Sancho out to Aston Villa as mentioned. Then
Mm-hmm.
the other three outs, major outs, no, four major outs that
Mm-hmm.
has not been mentioned.
Yep.
Marcus Rashford to Barcelona,
Mm-hmm.
Rasmus Højlund to Napoli,
Mm-hmm.
Anthony to Real Betis, and Andre
Mm-hmm.
Onana to Trabzonspor. Now with the
Yep.
ins, not a lot of ins unfortunately, because they
Mm-hmm.
signed three big players and one in a deadline day. Brian
Yep.
Mbeumo, Matthias Cunha, Benjamin Sesko, and then San Lamens in the last final day. Yes, they signed Diego Leon as well, but that's a youth signing. So, where do you put it?
Well, if you ask me, where do I put it? I'll probably put it either at the higher end of good window or the lower end of a great window. Here's why. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, nah,
Nah,
nah,
nah, nah. Come
nah.
on, come on. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay,
Yeah. Our problem is scoring goals. We get, I
okay.
believe, the number two and number three of the highest scorers of last season, and that is Brian Buemo and Matthias Cunha. Okay. In terms of
Okay.
assists as well, I think
Okay.
they're easily top
Look,
five
yes, your
of
front
last
trio
season.
signing, Sesko, Cunha, and Mbeumo, saucy signing. You guys need goals.
Yeah.
You guys signed this. It's
Yeah.
great. But can
Mhm.
you tell us in the world what is your
Mhm.
issue with Man United again, other than scoring?
Yep. It's goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper. And
Right.
when do you sign that? In the
Exactly.
deadline day. Not
I mean,
even
again,
research and being chased after first.
I
That
mean, to be
pisses me off a
honest,
lot.
as a fan, I was really hoping Emi Martinez is coming over. That's what I thought.
I think there
Initially,
was a lot of talk that
yeah,
Emi Martinez would have joined, but he didn't.
exactly, exactly. Even before that, I think we actually wanted Donnarumma as well. There were some
Yeah,
rumors on it.
yeah. And
Yeah,
Man City
so
hijacked it. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes you can't get all the players you want, but then again, yes, I agree. The two signings of Senny Lamens and also Benjamin Sesko, is also, I don't know. It's still 50-50 to me at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, look at the
Um,
money that you spend as well. 70 on Embuemo, 70 on
exactly,
Sesko, 65 on
exactly.
Cunha.
Yep,
It's
yep.
wow.
I mean for Cunha and Mbuemo, I think it's all right because they're Premier League proven. But for 70 over million for Sesko, it's almost like signing Hoyland. If you ask me.
Yes, I
So
guess, yeah. It's
yeah.
kind of like
So if you
Arsenal
ask
signing
me,
Gyökeres as well, but Arsenal signing Gyökeres for 10 million lesser than Sesko, by the way. But
yeah,
Sesko
but
is
if you,
younger. That's one thing we can give. Similar to
mhm. But
Hoyland, like what you say, younger.
yeah. But if you ask me, the fact that we get rid of quite a number of the heavyweights, deadweights players,
No, mostly loans. Only
I
real
think
selling is Anthony and Garnacho, really.
yeah. But at least loan is still some, right?
Yeah.
Rather than keeping them at the club like the Raheem Sterling scenario and all that. I think it's definitely not helpful for the player and for the club, right? So at least it's better. At least you get them on loan, uh,
Right. I
out.
mean,
You
you know
know.
what? I'll
So
give you a good window, a top of good window. I'll give you that. I
all
can't
right,
say
yeah,
great
sure,
because,
sure,
you know,
sure,
that goalkeeper part really annoys me because really,
sure. I
from
agree.
last season, Man United, like, yes, goal scoring is needed. I don't mind them signing Mbemo or even Sesko. I don't mind, even though it's not proven.
Yeah,
But,
yeah,
your
I
first
agree.
signing should not have been all this. Your first signing should have been a goalkeeper already. Even if you don't want to replace Onana, a backup, because Bayender in the last season was bad as well.
Yeah, yeah,
So if your
yeah,
backup, even if your main goalkeeper is bad, your backup should have been decent. But if your backup is as bad as the first, then like look at what Man City did. Look at what Man City did. Like, with
hmm
the signing of Trafford, and then few games later they're like, nah, Trafford can see a little bit of cracks and signs there. Immediately get Donnarumma. But for Man United, they waited so long to get one. And Sanderman's, hopefully, if he's good, hindsight, if he became the main turnaround of Man United career, then it's gonna be a great window for them. But if not, I think it's a solid good for now for Man
yeah,
United.
yeah. I agree.
So yeah, I think again, credit where is due, where all the outs, a lot of high wages players are out on loan and all that, so it's great to save Man United a bit. So now Newcastle, I'll go in on this since you went
hmm
back already. Of course, their main selling, like what we said, Isak to Liverpool, Dubravka gone, Sean Longstaff gone, Callum Wilson also gone to West Ham, Lloyd Kelly to Juventus. They have Anthony Elanga, pretty decent signing, I would say. Jacob Ramsey, Johan Wissa, and Nick Waltemade, and also Malik Thiaw. But Nick Waltemade is a higher signing of about 70, 80 mil. You know what? I'm tempted to say good or great for this. Of course, losing Isak is bad, but you have Waltemade and Wissa, which I think could be
I
decent. You
must,
have Elanga as well.
I must say it's either good or average, man. It
Really good or
has to be.
average.
It has to
End
be. It
of
has
good
to
at
be.
least.
Yeah. At least the end are good. Yeah, the fact that they have to let go Isak in the manner that they did, it doesn't look good.
Yeah, true.
Dubravka as well, Longstaff, yeah, not too bad. Uh, Callum Wilson being out, yeah, all right, I can see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean Walter Monday and Wisa,
I
I
mean,
don't know.
Elanga, I was looking at Elanga as like a very solid signing for them. And Jacob Ramsey. These two are like Premier League proven midfielders, which
hmm
could support them in the wing, but
Yeah,
just
for sure,
not
for
that
sure.
great yet. We know that. So, but
Yeah,
of
I
course,
don't know. I
losing
mean,
Isak is never gonna be like a good window for you.
yeah, but I mean, I leave it to you. Good
Um,
window, I agree, but which
I'm
part
okay
of
to
the
put end
window?
of good because we have too many on
Okay,
average. We
all
have
right,
too many on
sure,
average. So,
sure.
all right. Nottingham Forest for you, Mr. JB. As mentioned,
Okay.
Elanga's out. Um, Danilo's out. They have a lot of players
hmm
out. My God, Emmanuel Den is out. Matt Turner's out. Yeah. Not
Yeah,
the majors.
Danilo, yeah,
And the
got
ins are pretty mad as well, but its range is they have Ndoye, which is their major signing, one of their major signing. I think he scored as well a bit. Igor Jesus, Omari Hutchinson from Ipswich, James McAtee, Kalimuendo, and Zinchenko on loan, and Douglas Luiz on loan from Juventus. So where would you put Nottingham Forest?
I'm tempted to put at the average of bad, but I think I'm gonna put at the last of average. I think
Really, below
probably
Fulham?
no. I think probably in front of Fulham. Yeah, yeah. I think probably in front of
I
Fulham.
think maybe we can put Fulham at a bad window. They do everything
Yeah,
last minute
yeah,
anyway.
for sure, for sure.
I think it kind
Yeah,
of justifies a bit there.
yeah, 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 yeah. I kind of like this one because
Cool.
we got who else did Forest sign other than what Hutchinson and McAtee? I think probably.
Hutchinson, McAtee, Andoy,
Yeah,
Zinchenko
yeah,
on loan, Douglas Luiz on loan.
yeah.
Average window than what
Average,
they were
average.
signing before. Like, they got the Keylor Navas and all that.
Average, average. What's every
Yeah. All right, next up. I'm gonna decide for this, and it just so happened to be Sunderland. Their outs, of course, their major out is Joe Bellingham, but I'm just gonna say this, Mr. JB. I don't think you can have an argue here. I'm gonna put them as number one, amazing window.
amazing
I'm
window.
sorry. I'm sorry. You
What?
Sunderland as a promoted team from Championship, and you sign players like Granit Xhaka from Bayer
Uh-huh,
Leverkusen, Simon Adingra from
uh-huh,
Brighton. Uh,
uh-huh.
they signed who else was it? Geertruida from
Yep,
RB Leipzig, which we
yep,
played in
yep.
I believe, in our rebuild game in
Uh-huh,
on this channel. I signed that
yep.
guy, and
Yeah, yeah,
Bertrand Traore from
yeah.
Ajax,
Bertrand.
Mark Guiu, like I know he's random players, a bit like Nottingham Forest vibe, but for their club, for
Yeah.
their standard,
Yes,
for
yes, yes,
coming up
yes.
from Championship,
For sure.
it's a
I
solid
agree.
signing, really.
I agree. I agree. I
I mean,
agree.
yes,
Looking at it, it's pretty good.
losing Joe Bellingham is only gonna hurt them, which is as close as putting to great window. But by their standard, they go beyond. I think they even signed who else? I believe from PSG, Nordi Mukiele from PSG. There we go. I forgot about that. I know he signed a player from PSG as well. Like
Mm-hmm.
he goes beyond. I think he deserves first. But Mr. JB, I don't know. Do you feel like he should be
Yeah,
first
yeah.
below
Uh,
Arsenal?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I do feel let's put them first. Yeah, I'm pretty happy for them. Yeah. Yeah. Looking at the number of players they got, yeah. It's warranted.
Yeah, yeah, like massive, massive signing. And speaking of that, Mr. JB, you get to control this is Spurs. So they're out. Heung-min Son,
Uh-huh.
one of the major outs to
Uh-huh.
MLS now, I believe LAFC. Højbjerg
Uh-huh.
is out as well.
Uh-huh.
Sergio
Uh-huh.
Reguilon is out as well.
Yeah.
Brian Gill is out.
Uh-huh.
Manor Solomon's out. And yeah, the ins. This is where everyone talk about.
Yep.
So in Matisse Tel, permanent signing from Bayern Munich. Mohamed Kudus from West Ham,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Alinia on loan from Bayern, and
Yep.
Sabi Simon from RB Leipzig, and the deadline
Uh.
day of loan of Randall Kolo Muani. So where will you put them?
Yeah, I'm actually tempted to put them at a high grade window or low amazing window.
I think I'll put them high grade. I think I put them.
Yeah. 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 I agree. I
I
agree.
think for Thomas Frank, I think he did really well. I'm really tempted to put them amazing as well, but also I think it's like one of those where my main concern is the defense. They never really strengthened their defense. When I remember when Ange was taking over them,
Mm-hmm.
their
Yeah.
defenders were injured left, right, center. Van de Ven was
Mm-hmm.
injured for
Mm-hmm.
a while, and then they have
Yeah.
like,
So I think it's more of injury rather than
yeah. So
rather than like not having quality defenders. It's more of
yeah,
injury.
because not trying to compare, but like with Arsenal, we Arsenal practically sign almost one player in every position. We have a backup keeper. We sign
Yep.
two defenders. We sign two midfielders or three midfielders, and
Uh-huh.
two wingers and a striker, something like that. And it's like, yeah, it's a pretty good, great window by Spurs, but close to amazing, I would say. If they were to get just one, like, the Mark Gahey that we mentioned earlier, I think, yeah,
Yeah.
they were to get Mark Gahey, I don't mind putting them top, really. Right.
Yep. Yep.
But but I think that defense might be a little bit of my concern. That I think is a very solid, great window, close to amazing. But if you want to argue amazing, I wouldn't argue with you. But I don't think it will be higher than Arsenal or Liverpool, really.
Yeah, but I think come to think of it, I kind of remember they kind of wanted to sign this player, but ended up it didn't happen. It's
Eze,
Gibbs
yeah,
White, right? No, no,
yeah,
no, no. Yeah, yeah, Eze and Gibbs White, right? If I'm not wrong.
yeah. Oh yeah, they failed a few transfers, correct? Yeah.
Exactly,
Morgan Gibbs White,
exactly.
they failed. Eze, they try to
Yeah,
sign. Arsenal snipe. Yeah, they were like
yeah.
falling
You know
apart,
what? You
actually.
know what? Let's put them at the bottom of the great window. I don't think they deserve to be at the top just because of those two blunders. The
Yeah,
fact that
true. True.
they can't get the deal on Gibbs White and Eberechi Eze for the longest time. Nah, man. I mean that doesn't look so good in terms of transfer window. But at least they did manage to cover it up with the Colomwani last minute
Xavi Simons.
deadline day. Yeah, Xavi Simons, which is not so bad. So yeah, yeah. I'm happy with this. Yeah.
All right, next up, final two teams. I'll take this one, which is West Ham. And of course,
Mm-hmm.
the biggest out is Mama Kudus, like what we mentioned. Edson Alvarez is out. Kufal is out. Fabianski, well, he was out and then he come back in, I believe. So, Kurt Zuma's out. Denning's out. Maxwell Cornet is out. Emerson Palmieri and all. And the ins are John Claire Todibo, Al Haji Malik Diouf, Kyle Walker Peters, Callum Wilson, Matthias Fernandez, and Igor Julio. I'll be honest with you, this is a bad window, Sam.
Yeah,
This is a
yeah.
bad window. The outs are just very solid players, and the ins are just, again, just not inspiring. Not like how they were signing back then, like not talking like Tevez and Mascherano times, but like even the times when, they were signing players, uh, like solid players. Now I can't remember, but they I know they have some solid signing transfer window at one point, and everyone was predicting them to be in like top seven, fighting for the conference or Europa. But as you can see now, it's not working, and all those players are leaving, and now the
Mm-hmm.
signings that they make are not that inspiring. I mean, the most expensive signing they made was Matthias Fernandez from Southampton.
Yeah.
So that's why you know that, if your if your main signing is from a player in championship, you
Mm-hmm.
know it's kind of bad already, you know.
Yep. Yep. For sure.
Well, no offense, it's no offense to the player. It's not saying like the player is bad, but it's not like a player that is sought after by many teams. So,
Yeah.
it's a bad
I
win.
agree.
But I would say better than Fulham maybe because Fulham did it last minute. But still, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, leave it them at bad window. So, Mr. JB, you get the final honors for the Wolves. So the Wolves out is Cunha to Man United, Ryan Nuri to Man City, Nelson Semedo released, Gonzalo Guedes to Real Sociedad, Paulo Sarabia being released as well, Fabio Silva sold to Dortmund, and Craig Dawson released as well. And the in is Jorgen Strand Larsen, Fer Lopez, the John Arias, a couple of players here and there, Wolfer. I can't pronounce the other
Yeah.
guy name, Jackson something,
Well,
Krejci.
I would say bad. Let's just put it
Yeah,
out of the way.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's
Pretty
get it
bad.
out.
Yeah, pretty bad. Yeah. I mean, you let go of Ait Nuri and Cunha.
Yeah,
Uh, that means you do have some funds, but yeah, I mean, your signings aren't that great. I mean, I was really surprised when Wolves actually signed Cunha. To be frank. Uh,
yeah. And
yeah,
Gonzalo
at that point of
Guedes,
time.
but they sold those two players
Exactly.
as well. So
Exactly. So,
I mean, the
yep,
Portuguese
is what
players
it is.
and whatever Brazilian players are all gone now, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
there's a whole different Wolves, and they're not doing that well at the moment as well, do they?
Yep. For sure, they're not.
Yeah, but are you happy with this tier
Yeah.
list?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything you
Yeah.
want to
I'm pretty
change or
happy with this.
swap? Or
I think it's all right. I think.
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
it's
I,
all
I
right,
think.
um,
Yeah. 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 I think it's okay. It looks pretty even.
yeah, makes it pretty even. I was tempted to put Aston Villa below, but then yeah, keeping Martinez, I guess, is something.
Yeah, I mean they tried, and also they managed to keep Ollie Watkins, who's I think also
Hmm.
was rumored to leave.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I
not too
think
bad,
because of
not
the
too bad.
whole Isak leaving, and then every Newcastle's trying their best to get every striker, but Newcastle cannot get any player to join for some reason as well.
Yep.
Similar to Spurs issue where like all the players they want, they just kind of like got reasons against it. All right, so we have come to the end of the tier list maker. So let's read it out one final time for the listeners and viewers at home or anywhere you guys are. So let's start off with the bad window that me and Mr. JB put. We have Wolves, West Ham, Fulham, Brighton, and Brentford. In the average window, we got Chelsea, Burnley, Bournemouth, Aston Villa, and Nottingham Forest. I feel a bit bad for the Bournemouth side, but you know what? We'll put it there, average. For the good window, we have Manchester United, which I still find it questionable again with the goalkeeper stuff, but good window. Crystal Palace for keeping McGahey. Everton for, well, Jack Grealish signing. And Newcastle, well, selling of Issa hampers them, but The signings, well, got something. Great window. We have Leeds, and Manchester City, and Tottenham Hotspur. And the amazing window, we have Liverpool, Arsenal, and Sunderland. We put Sunderland as number one. They won the entire transfer window, in our opinion. So let us know what you guys think, for the viewers and listeners, do we get this right? Share with us your thoughts, comment down below what you guys think. More importantly, to like, share, and subscribe. Mr. JB, thank you for the tier list with me. Hope everyone do enjoy and have a great day, everyone.